I'm just doing everything I can to tick you off now. Literally everything I can do.
Oh, I'm getting that vibe by the way you're moving this chair, so I'm gonna pretend that I got a phone call so I can ignore you, and you'll finally go back to watching the road.
Hey, I have no idea how to say your name, but I'm gonna try anyways because I want to seem nice so I can get a tip.
Yeah, I've been dealing with it for the last 40 years of my life, so I'm gonna pretend like it doesn't bother me, but really I'm seething inside because no one can get my damn name right.
I'm gonna ask you where we're headed, even though I've known for about 10 minutes since I picked up the ride.
I know this, but I'm gonna swallow my annoyance and tell you, even though I can literally read it right on your phone there.
I'm gonna make up something I know about this area, even though it isn't true, because I'm still waiting for you to just put on your seatbelt.
I feel like an idiot now, so I'm just gonna agree with the dumb comment that you made and smile at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that smile as an invitation to ask you all types of questions, personal questions about your private life.
Oh, I don't wanna answer any of those, so I'm just gonna one-word answer you to death.
I'm gonna keep asking questions because I am so starved to hear any voice in the world aside from a radio DJ.
I have zero interest in talking, so I'm gonna actually turn the table on you, and I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions so you'll talk and I don't have to.
Well, that was a bad idea. Now I'm gonna tell you about my favorite hot dog stand in every state I've ever visited.
Oh, I'm gonna roll down this window then, and I'm gonna contemplate jumping out and just walking the rest of the way.
I'm sensing this, so I'm gonna ask if you're hot and if you want me to turn on the AC.
I'm gonna tell you no, not because the temp is good, it's actually a burning inferno in here, but because now you're not focused on the route you're driving and I'm going to be late. So I'm gonna politely ask, did you mean to go this way?
I know where I'm going because I drive about 600 miles a day in this city and you don't. So I'm gonna just politely answer yes.
Well, that didn't convince me, so I'm gonna ask if you're using a direction app.
You're too stupid to realize that I actually use 3 different directional apps and I have the entire city memorized. So again, I'm just gonna politely answer yes.
Well, you're not going the way I want you to go, so I'm gonna ask if you mind if I share the way I think you should go.
I'm gonna say yes without saying which question I'm saying yes to in hopes of confusing you.
Oh, it will, because while you were trying to confuse me, you almost drove onto the sidewalk.
I realize that and instead will blame it on the car in front of me.
Well, seeing that there are no cars in front of us, and not wanting to tick you off, I'm just gonna politely say to please just watch the road. Thanks.
Well, now I'm ticked off, so I'm purposely gonna turn around and look at you while I tell you to calm down.
Oh, I'm not gonna pay attention to you at all, and I'm actually gonna focus on the road because we've almost died like 3 times now.
I'm just doing everything I can to tick you off now. Literally everything I can do.
Oh, I'm getting that vibe by the way you're moving this chair, so I'm gonna pretend that I got a phone call so I can ignore you, and you'll finally go back to watching the road. But in order for me to pretend, I'm gonna have to ask you to turn down the music so I can hear what the fake person I'm talking to is saying.
I know you're not talking to anyone, so I'm gonna just ignore that request.
I've gotta keep pretending, so I'm gonna ask you again.
I'll pretend like I didn't hear you the first time, and just to annoy you, I'll ask you what you'd like to hear instead.
I know you heard me, but I'm gonna play along and tell you I'd like to hear silence.
Well, I'll just keep switching channels and ask you if you'd like to hear this one, or maybe this one instead.
I can't take one more second in this car with you, so I'm just gonna pretend that where I needed to go is actually right here.
I am so happy to finally get you out of my car, so I'm gonna pretend to believe you, so you just leave.
Perfect, thanks. Door's locked.
Go. Don't forget to leave me 5 stars. What a jerk.
Oh, my leg, you gotta go up, you gotta go up, you gotta go up. Oh.